Hey guys, good evening. It's good to connect with you all. Another week of AMA. So every week at 6 p.m., I get the opportunity to connect with you all to discuss about a lot of interesting market happenings. And not just that, we also take a lot of feedback from you guys. This is one of those sessions where I get to have a lot of live feedbacks from you, a lot of interesting comments from you that we discuss about. So this week, again, the market had a lot of movements. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would have been worried about these movements even, but is that something we should be worried about? Is it a long-term impact, or are we seeing a good price range that we should actually be making more investments in? So let's discuss about all that in this week's AMA, guys. So yes, we will wait for a few more people to join in, but in the meanwhile, let's also look into how the market has been in the last week. Yes, Bitcoin had moved 4% down. As a matter of fact, uh, when the market started moving, uh, the movement was as deep where it went to 112K and then it stabilized beyond that point. But at this current scenario, Bitcoin is at 114K, which is 4% down from the previous week. Ethereum hodlers, I know there's a bit of worry that is kicking in to Ethereum hodlers that Ethereum as 8% down. Is there something that they should be worried about? Uh, that is actually running in a lot of Ethereum hodlers, but guess what? Um, though it is worrying to see the prices going down, uh, especially Ethereum hodlers, is it something to be worried on? Thinking about the long term, hodling of Ethereum, that is something we need to discuss about, guys. I don't think so because there are other matrices which are looking good for Ethereum. I know people would have been seeing the ETFs, would have been also worried, thinking that the overall ETF outflows has been around 960 million in the last 30 days, and especially driven by a lot of things that happened in the last 1 week, guys. Right? And Bitcoin, the outflows were $800 million in ETF, and Ethereum it was $150 million. So it could sound like it is a worrying factor, but having said that, guys, please note Ethereum has been having a very good run in the past 2 to 3 months, and these corrections are actually, according to my opinion, to be considered as a good entry points. That is ideally what I notice um, a lot of whales are doing. I think you would have also noticed a few large whales making a very large buys. So yes, so is it something that to be worried, or is it something that is to be considered as a good price point to enter? That is something that we have to definitely think over. Now, let's welcome few people who have come in. We have Varun Ranganathan. Hi, Varun Ranganathan. Good to see you here. Hi, Vijayan. Okay, Varun has got a question. China government holding Bitcoin, yet they have banned crypto and mining for the nth time. I don't know. It's a very interesting relationship China has with crypto. You guys would have noticed a lot of crypto projects are from Chinese founders. Uh, a lot of interesting innovations, not innovations per se, interesting developments from the government side happens in Hong Kong, right? Be it in terms of ETF and other policies which are crypto friendly happens in Hong Kong. Now, again, let us not forget China as a government is a very control freak government. Now, imagine a control freak wanting to support a decentralized ecosystem. That's not going to go well with their strategy, isn't it? So it is more of okay, we know a lot of our people are deeply engaged in it, but what do we do, right? They cannot come and openly support something where they feel that the control is being lost. But having said that, I definitely do give it to them that, though they have banned it or they repeatedly, stay their stance, we see a lot of Chinese nationals deeply, entering into crypto. We all know that, right? So yes, it's a very interesting relationship they have with crypto. Okay, now we have more people who come in. Sebi Joseph, Purapatnam tokens such as Stronghold, XMR, Monero are showing excellent chart patterns. Any plans for listing? So, Sebi, just one quick thing. Anything which is a privacy oriented token, will not be listing. I think I'll make it very clear. Non privacy oriented tokens, we'll definitely be happy to look into it. So any tokens, I mean, privacy coins, right? So we are considering the compliance issue that is with a privacy token. Will not be listing anything on that direction, but everything else, yes, we'll look into it. Hi Murthy, good to see you. Advait K. Madhu, hi sir, how are you doing? I'm doing great, Advait. Good to connect with you here today. Varun Ranganathan Election Commission should embrace blockchain voters list. Looking at yeah. Varun, yeah, see, I mean, that's one big use case for blockchain, definitely. Um, Land records, electoral list. I mean, see, but I'll give you another thought process. It is you're right by mentioning audits can be amazing, uh, but we also should be wary that garbage in is garbage out, right? Uh, it is not just that we introduce blockchain. There should be a strong political will to make sure the right data is fed in, right? And you're right. In future, if any changes has to be made, it will be audited. But yeah, yeah, it has to have a great government will there, guys. I wish it happens, Varun. Yeah. Um, Ravi, hi Ravi. Good to see you here. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Sorry, there was some issue with my mic here. Okay, Ethola, what is Project Crypto in USA? Oh, interesting. We'll definitely talk about that, Ethola. Ravi, Giottus only supports self-custody or coin DCX. Ravi, at this point in time, I don't think any other exchange will let you withdraw cryptos to your own self-custody wallets. Maybe they allow for very large traders, but they don't allow for small retailers. Jitter is the only platform which will allow you. I can be very confident and proud in saying that. Aaron, what crypto sector is booming? Any prediction? It is very interesting, right? Earlier, usually when we used to talk about in the last 1 year, which industries are doing well? Is it AI, gaming? Is it RWAs? We need to have a lot. We usually have a lot of discussions. My current feeling is RWAs are getting a lot of tractions, be it stable coins, be it real estate RWAs, be it equity RWAs. Globally, I feel because even the governments are much more interested, RWAs are generally seeing a lot of interest. It's my feeling. So, I mean, definitely there are a lot of projects that have come in, stables that I've talked about, real estate, a lot of things based out of Dubai are getting into stables. So yeah, so that's a pretty interesting industry that is not a very new one though, but a lot of things are getting built. Yep. Okay, hi sir. I tried to buy USDT worth $4,000, and your customer care support told that there is no withdrawal, and I sourced from outside. Also, I have requested. Otherwise, see we have had a check on USDT withdrawals. I think you guys who have been in this ecosystem for the past 2 to 2.5 years, you would know what all issues have happened in USDT, especially related to P2P When customers buy USDT in exchange, take it to Binance or Bybit or KuCoin, try to do P2P, you have definitely, I'm not sure if you have noticed, the amount of cyber crimes cases that happened because of that, that in a way pushed us to stop USDT withdrawals. Other token withdrawals are open, but to protect the ecosystem, we have no other way at this point. But yes, if they are willing to do a very stringent due diligence process, we could look into it. But we are generally opposed to enabling USDT withdrawals, considering the amount of P2P issues that it brings along. Gurdon, any regulation update in India? Why is India so slow? Gurdon, a lot of interesting things are happening. There are a lot of serious discussions which are happening more faster than ever before. We are okay. It looks like, when we start seeing what's happening in the US, be it the crypto project, as the project crypto, as Ethol has stated, it's a very, very interesting thing. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins, he gave an address, I think, 31st of July. Uh, it had a very, very interesting focus on how crypto should be looked at, right? How it can become something that can make US a leader in this whole game, right? How they can win the whole game, how they can target debt, a lot of things were spoken about, which was very, 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 very bullish, right? And SEC chairman talking about it was again very interesting to see. Now, when we see things like that, and we expect India to also run that fast, right? It's very interesting that it doesn't happen. But what happens is definitely we are seeing a lot of positive things happening from the regulators front, a lot of discussions happening. The question paper, I know we all have been waiting, even I've been waiting. It should have been out. I don't know why, what the delay is, but it'll be out, is my serious belief. Maybe this month we should definitely get the question paper out. That will be the kickstart for a lot of things to happen, guys. So let's hope that that happens fast. So are we really slow, Gordon? I'm with you. We are slow. But this year seems to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Trust us. Uh, Something I'm definitely expecting to happen within the next 1 year. Let's keep all the fingers crossed that happens for good. Okay, Aaron, what crypto sector is booming? Anyway, we discussed this. Aaron, Puneet, hi Puneet. Good to see you here, Puneet. Gordon, we respond. Have you heard about Jack Dorsey's WeChat working with the internet? I hope we can send Bitcoin without internet too. Varun, yes, a lot of internet. I mean, a lot of interesting things are happening, and it is good to see uh, larger players innovating just because of the fact they can easily get through a lot of regulatory stuff. Again, peer-to-peer messaging is something that is, considering Telegram, Signal, and all that. It has its own interesting use case, but also a lot of regulatory stiffness that comes in. Let's see. Let's see. I think I don't know. Let's we'll have to wait and watch. Privacy, yes, holds a key. That comes along with regulations. How things are going to work out is a very, very interesting thing to wait and watch. Okay. Puneet Mishra, if you're not enabling withdrawal, then will be problem for all because we can only do spot trading. Hey, Puneet, we do allow withdrawals. I've only been stating we have a lot of restrictions in USDT. You can definitely withdraw on other tokens. Um, uh, I mean, I don't find a very, very straight use case where you will be continuously taking USDT outside an exchange without the risk of P2P. I'm unable to find, or there is a use case. I'm not saying definitely there's not a use case. There is a use case, but the risks are seeming to be much, much higher. When a general retailer, even after so much of education, advice, warning we give, people somehow get enticed to P2P, go to P2P, and get their accounts blocked and get into a lot of issue. I'm not sure, maybe we all should again start doing, even you all should again start doing one more round of talking to your friends and family of don't touch P2P. It just brings in a lot of cybercrime issues. So a lot of that has to happen because even now we see a lot of customers ending up doing P2P and getting cybercrime issues. I don't know how more to educate people on this. Maybe once that subsides, I'll be much more freer and open to USDT withdrawals. Currently, the whole trouble is, even with a lot of restrictions, I don't know why a lot of people try to do a lot of things uh, and try to take it out and do P2P again. So that's the whole reason, guys. But other tokens, USDT is the only thing I'm saying I have a restriction. But other tokens, generally you can do after you do an EDD. CA Karthikeyan, how to sell IOTX? I think we have listed IOTX USDT and IOT X INR pairs. You can go there and sell uh, Karthikeyan, if that's the question. I'm sorry if I'm missing something. Uh, sir, what price you bought Bitcoin first time in your life? Advait, very, very interesting. I think my first entry was somewhere in the range of 15,000, 10,000, or 15,000 rupees, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that was the range when I started doing things. Yeah, I mean, don't start thinking that, I bought so much at that price. I should have been a multi-billionaire at this time. No, I had my own mistakes that I did in my life. I entered early. I definitely say that I have some good things in my kitty at a good price levels. But now I sit and think that why did I not put all my money in that? Okay, Sharon Kumar, good evening. Does recently added Say coin have any future? Sharon, I don't have anything particular to say, especially about Say. Definitely, there was a lot of interest in the market from customers. And listen, I'm sorry, I don't have a particular opinion or view about Say. Okay, Puneet, as most of the tokens are not having deposits, also not available for withdrawal. So, Puneet, so I'm with you, right? So, we are definitely the enabling a lot of tokens. If you do a quick comparison of all Indian exchanges, uh, comparatively, Giottus, we have the highest number of deposits and withdrawals for coins. Now, does it mean that I've done a great job? No, we have still a long way to go. We definitely have to open up a lot of tokens for you guys to do deposits and withdrawals. But we are doing our best, right? We are doing our best compared to any other Indian player at this point in time. Compared to international player, yes, we have to do much, much more job, right? So there is a big difference why this happens even, because when we enable a coin, a lot of things goes behind as an expenditure, right? And running even the nodes and everything, a lot of expense happens there. And when we see only very few people, withdrawing or deposit tokens, then usually the ROI is not met. But even having said that, when even a lot of other exchanges don't enable a lot of chains and tokens, we do. If you do a quick statistics, Giottus in India has got the largest number of deposits and withdrawals for coins. So from there, we are leading. You ask me, can we get better? We definitely want to get better. And definitely it's an ROI game, and we're trying to do our best there. Was it X and Coinage hack? Should Indian exchanges be careful after USA, India as large crypto traders? Yeah, so Varun, it's interesting, right? Definitely, Bybit got hacked, Coinbase got hacked. I mean, okay, their KYC data got hacked or compromised. I don't see anybody saying, should we trust US exchanges or should we trust international exchanges? Even Binance got a hack once. Bitfinex got the first hack. Uh, Bitfinex has got a lot of US roots. Somewhere, let's not do this to Indian exchanges, guys. Even after the government does put a lot of pressure, vilifying Indian exchanges, making sure the TDS and everything is perfectly only followed in Indian exchanges, not in international exchanges. I mean, I'll come to that point later, guys. Okay. But still, Indian exchanges are, it's not that, we are not following the best systems and practices. All the best systems and practices are being followed. Maybe Indian exchanges are being targeted, right? That is something that you'll have to look at. Now, as Indians, I think is a responsibility only with us, the responsibility also lies with you, right? We cannot just think that our Indian entities or Indian industries are not superior than the international ones. As a matter of fact, international ones have much, much more higher incidence than the Indian ones. Am I supporting all the things that happens in WazirX? No. But when it happened to Coin DCX, that it felt it was much more responsible and it felt that it will not affect the ecosystem. So let's take it with a pinch of salt. I definitely am with you guys. That doesn't mean that I know you should just close your eyes and trust all Indian exchanges. No, I don't want you to close your eyes and trust any exchange, not just Indian exchange. That is why keep talking about self custody. That is why I'm doing my level best to enable self custody, which I want you guys to take it out, right? So that's why I'm doing my best to make sure that even in a lot of scenarios, I put in my best, systems and process and ensure that compliantly I'm enabling withdrawals for you all. So that is the best intention that I show. And that is ideally what I think is very, very critical in an exchange. Yes, we do focus a lot on security. We do focus a lot on things much, much better than even international exchange. You guys are actually much more exposed when it's an international exchange. We saw what happened with FuzzRX, right? When fights are being done in Singapore, not in India. The similar thing is going to happen at any international exchange when such an incident happens, right? So let's look at it in that perspective. Self custody is the major thing. I would always support that. Please do that. Puneet, I got point 0.2 USDT in 2010 exchange. What? Point 0.2 USDT? BTC. USDT was not there then. But yeah, if you got BTC, you rocked it, man. Puneet. Why price of coins are much higher in Giottus than any other exchange? Is it churn? I mean, if the comparison is between international and Indian exchange, the exchange rate fluctuations, I don't know if you've done this. Even USD and USDT price is much higher in India than, if you just put it Google rate conversion. There is definitely a lot of exchange rate factors which are being involved. Uh, uh, it's not driven by the exchange, right? Because an exchange provides, Giottus is an exchange which provides two people to buy and sell. I make money in taking the commission in between when the buy and sell happens. So if the price is low, more you guys will trade, the more commission I get, right? I don't get to gain when the price is high in the spot markets and all. So it's market driven. If you are able to sell at a lesser price than what is being sold when you buy and you want to sell, it's good. But the crypto in India is lesser than what the demand is. That is why the price are always higher compared to outside. We don't really control anything here, guys. In Friday AMA, Arjun gave himself some coins. We asked, but good to you do in English suggestion. So you want me to do coin suggestions, Garuda, and I usually keep away from it. But yeah, what I'll do is next week I'll definitely try to do something there. I'll give you some tokens where I feel that they're doing good. But let me skip it for the next week, this week's AMA, guys. Tarun Teddy, will Giottus remove crypto deposit and INR withdrawal limitations? Tarun Teddy, it is not about Giottus, it is about AML and compliance. Are the limits you can enhance, you can increase the limits. You just have to reach out to my team. There are some due diligence you'll have to do more, and a lot of people get their limits enhanced. So do we remove it completely? We don't remove, we will keep upgrading you. So if the question is, can I increase my limit? Yes, you can do. Advait K. Madhu, whale CEO spot. Ooh, Advait, thanks, man. I wish I was one. Okay, sure. Could you please elaborate about self-custody in Giottus compared to other exchanges? Challenge simple. You can withdraw your crypto out of Giottus and take it to your own self-custody wallet. And then you keep it safe, right? The whole worry is when the exchange gets hacked, all the user funds are gone. A lot of exchanges don't give you an option to do withdrawal. There's no option to do more due diligence and get a withdrawal option. There is no option like that. If you buy, you have to sell it there. You cannot take the crypto out. There's nothing like, okay, can I give you more data and will you allow? No. Giottus does it differently, right? We make sure that if you have a requirement and if you want to do it, we'll want to help you. We just have a due diligence process that you'll have to follow, and then you can take it out. And usually, if it is only for investment, the process is very simple and straightforward and easy for you to cover. Even after enhanced due diligence, INR withdrawal limit is 50 lakhs. How can we increase? Suddenly, you can definitely reach out to the team. It's levels. Please understand, right? It is levels, just like how it happens, in your banking now, guys. When you go to your banking and you say that, hey, I want 2 crores, 5 crores of withdrawal limits, they're not going to give it to you on day one, right? So you got to increase your limits. You got to go through the process of having certain limits for some time and then keep increasing it. And you definitely have a genuine use case, and we are straightforward in doing a lot of things. Ravi, I saw some platforms having gaming utility tokens like PUBG, Free Fire through crypto, how they're operating in India, not implemented. Ravi, you're right. A lot of these guys are not doing things according to law. They're not FIA registered as well. They should not be selling these things. These are things which are happening under the hood. I seriously ask you guys to stay away from all that. Uh, Mostly, a lot of gaming industry guys, they try to attract users through crypto or to get their payment through crypto, because you know what all happened in the gaming in terms of taxations and the restrictions that came in the gaming industry. So please stay away from any such platforms which are selling crypto in their platform directly. Who's not an exchange, who's not an FIU registered exchange. That is very critical. Amit Shankla, sir, what's the update regarding that coins act, tax and TDS deduction? क्या government करेगा कुछ इसमें? Amit, there's a lot of discussion that is happening. Is there going to be a magic that is going to happen quickly? Not quickly, but let's wait it out. There's a push-in paper that is coming out hopefully this month. It's going to talk about a lot of things. It's going to give us a lot of fuel to put in our uh, beliefs, put in our opinions, right? So that's the best put forward, but definitely understand there's a lot of discussion happening. The government is also seriously looking into a lot of things. Let's hope things happen. But in a month or two, no, right? Within the next year, yes, I'm hopeful. Advait K. Madhu, sir, do you prefer any hardware wallet? Advait, I usually don't give names, Ledger, Trezors, they're all fine, right? It's more about how you maintain, right? How safely you're keeping it, how securely you're keeping it, how you're keeping your seed phrase safe and everything. Go with the top ones, and also make sure when you're buying online, it is from a reputed source. Many a times I've noticed um, they're listed, but usually it's not a reputed source. Directly, you can rather buy it from the websites directly. Yes, it'll take some time for shipping and additional price, but it's worth the cost, is what I think. Sharon Kumar, how safe is Giottus for long-term investment or short-term? Any suggestion from your end to diversify the portfolio in different exchanges? Sharon, if you want a serious, straightforward answer, I can talk lengthy saying that my platform is very safe. Ideally, I have to do that, right? And as a matter of fact, I could even put more things like my wallets, the cold custodies are insured. We take BitGo's cold custody. Why we take BitGo's cold custody? We could maintain it ourselves, right? We only take BitGo's cold custody because of the fact that part A, they're the best in the industry in the world. Part B, they're insured. So some issue like this happen, they're insured, right? It's hack insurance even. So that's why we do that. Now, that is all. Say that, okay, I put in all the systems, process, everything, make sure that everything is under control, and still it happens. But the best of all that, take things under self custody, right? Your tokens, your control. That's the best way to hold it. Now, if you're finding a big challenge to do that, and then things still believe that exchange is the best place to do it, I think we are providing a much better platform that is much more secure than others, that you can hold your platform. But what's the best way to do it? Take it in self custody. Okay, great, guys. It was wonderful talking to you all. We had an amazing discussion. A lot of questions have come by today, a lot of interesting ones as well. So let's wait and watch if this week is going to be an interesting week where the prices stabilize and we start seeing a little bit of movement again, which is very, very critical. We are also happy to notice that the prices have been arrested at $114,000, guys. And for Ethereum, 3500, 3600 is a good price where the price drop has been arrested. So it definitely means that there is a lot of support, and a lot of positive things are definitely happening, which looks like there's a good upward movement that will happen in crypto in the coming days. So with that quick thought, I'll quickly close my AMA session today. Let's definitely connect every week 6 p.m. for an amazing AMA session. Till the time, thank you. Goodbye, guys.